Alrighty, guys. We got day 10. Wednesday. Hump day. Just a quick encouragement. This kind of week's theme was this kind of Sisyphusian things, like getting on your mat today. It's like, great, Wednesday, and then tomorrow, brand new, another day. And so that instead of framing that or letting that kind of defeat us, trying to frame that in a sense like it's beautiful. We must imagine Sisyphus happy. And so in the struggle of this, in the kind of day-to-day need, we brush our teeth today, it doesn't matter tomorrow. You got to brush your teeth tomorrow. We do the yoga today, it doesn't matter tomorrow. You got to come back to the mat. And so instead of letting that shut you down, see if you can kind of invite in a way to see that as beautiful, a way to like reframe the struggle as beautiful. That's the encouragement today. Use your tools, like I said, the ritual, burn a little incense, little Palo Santo, put on some music before, a little hype music. Sometimes I'll get on the mat and just foam roll and put on a little music and just kind of lift the spirits up, especially on these winter days when it's cloudy and rainy sometimes, and there's almost more resistance to getting here. So for those of you that made it here, congratulations. Let's relax into it for a moment, just in a seated meditation. So find a seat on a block or maybe just on your mat. Legs crossed or sit up on a block like I am. Hands can be resting on your thighs or folded in your lap. Bring some awareness into your spine, so sit it up nice and tall. Draw your shoulders back so you kind of sit proud. And then begin to connect to your breath. And just notice how the breath is showing up this morning. And we'll start to take the breath in and out through the nose. And then also add some length. So really deepen your inhale. Try and fill the body with your inhale. And then with that exhale, extend it nice and long. Follow it all the way to the bottom. We're just going to take 3 more rounds of breath, just like that. After your 3rd round of breath, invitation for the hands to come to prayer in front of your heart. If you'd like an intention for the practice, maybe inviting a quality or way of being for the next hour, a way to elevate. Again, using all these kind of little tricks of the trade to elevate what we're doing for the next hour. Go ahead and do so now. And then together, let's all take a big inhale through the nose. Open up your mouth side out. Let something go. Alrighty, blink the eyes open. And we get into the fun, into the movement. Let's start in a few cat-cows here. On your mat in tabletop position with the shoulders stacked above your wrists and your hips above your knees, and start to connect the breath to a movement here. So with an inhale, let the belly sag, stick the butt up in the air. Take your eyes up. And then with an exhale, hug the belly button, the spine, press into your hands, drop your head here. Curl like a cat and just start to move here with the breath, kind of connecting that breath to movement idea. And then as always, you're encouraged to kind of invite in anything else, kind of movement-wise, that feels good, feels intuitive in your body. And stay with the breath here. Let this be a little continuation of that seated meditation. So we just check in. This opportunity, this hour to kind of like notice the body in this very conscious way and just kind of notice, oof, that's a little sore, or that's an interesting sensation there. Take one more round with me here. Big inhale with the cow. Exhale into a cat. Bring it all back to neutral spine. Tuck the toes here. We'll take a little early core challenge. Press into the hands. Float your knees off the ground. 2 inches, maybe 3 inches. I mean, you can play with shifting the weight a little bit from hand to hand, from foot to foot, and just engage in the core. Practicing a little balance here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stick your butt up in the air. Lengthen your stance a little bit. Find the first down dog. Press into the hands. Pressing the weight back into the legs. Pedal out the feet a little bit here. Nice active down dog to start. And just move around in it here. Give the head that little yes shake out so we really drop the head here. Take one more big inhale. As you exhale that air out, start to walk the hands backwards to the feet at the back of the mat. And come into a ragdoll here. So feet will be about hips width apart. We'll press the feet down into the mat. Little bend in the knees if your hamstrings are tight. And then drop your head. Long spine. Take one more big inhale here. With an exhale, walk the hands out to a high plank. Come into a high plank, high push up here. We'll build a little more heat in this high plank. Hug the low belly up and in, firm up the thighs. We're hugging skin, the muscle, the bone in the legs. Lots of length in the back of the neck here too. So reach the crown of your head forward for 5, 4, 3, 2, and on 1, press back. Let that go. Downward facing dog. One breath here. Big inhale. Empty out all that air. Slowly start to tiptoe now. This time to the top of your mat. Walk the feet to the top. No rush to get there. Come into a ragdoll at the front of your mat this time. Drop the head. And if it feels good for you, take opposite elbow to opposite hand. You can tick-tock a little left and right here. Take one more big inhale. Upon your exhale, let the hands come back down towards the mat. We'll toe heel the feet now closer together to touch. And then with that same idea in our cat-cows, the breath to movement, kind of the thing that makes it yoga. Inhale into a flat back, press the spine long. Draw the shoulders away from your ears, let it feel good. And then just drop the head, forward fold. Take another one of those. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, drop the head, forward fold. Take one more. Big inhale, flat back, lengthen. With an exhale, we drop into our forward fold. And now slowly roll the spine up. See how slow you can go. Slowly stacking vertebrae on top of vertebrae. Your shoulders, neck, and head will come up last. Once you get to the top, a couple shoulder rolls at the top. Draw the shoulders up to the ears, back and down. And then with the inhale, sweep the arms up. Here we'll take the right hand to the left wrist and take a side bend over to your right. Big stretch to the left side waist. Let it feel good. Nice. Reach up. Left hand now to the right wrist. And then reach up tall. And exhale, drop the head, forward fold. Inhale now, flat back, lengthen.
And let's take the hands to the mat. We'll step back to a high plank and then go to a low plank. Inhale to your first upward facing dog. Press into the hands. Try and draw the shoulders onto the back. Take the eyes up and then exhale back. Downward facing dog. 5 breaths here. And in your down dog, just notice where the eyes are and see if you can place them at one spot between your feet, the back of the mat. Just see if that helps focus the attention into the physical experience in the body. Two more breaths here. Take one more big inhale. Exhale out all that air. Come up onto your toes, looking towards the top of your mat. Step or walk up top. Inhale now, take a flat back, lengthen the spine long. Exhale, drop the forward fold. And this time, bring the feet together, thighs together. Sit down into an imaginary chair pose. Reach your arms up long by your ears. And then take the weight out of the toes. See if you can shift a little more into your heels. Sit a little lower. Little tuck of the tail under. Nice. One more big inhale. And then we exhale and just release, release, release. That's over. Inhale now, flat back, lengthen. And let's take the hands to the mat and we'll go high plank to low plank, chaturanga. Ride the exhale, down, down, down. And then brand new. Inhale, let it feel great. Exhale, downward facing dog. Keep exhaling now. Step your right foot up. So it's warrior one on the right side. The back heel spins. Root to rise. And we'll take a moment in our first warrior. Just take a moment to find it. First pose of the morning, kind of waking the body up still. Bend and straighten that front leg. And one nice kind of long lunge here. Eventually we're stacking that knee above the ankle. And just notice if your legs are a little too tight ropey, you can bring that left leg out just a touch so it allows you to bring that left hip crease forward and draw the right hip crease back a bit. And now press down, hug the low belly up and in, float the arms. We've got a full body pose happening here. Take a big inhale. And then your exhale, let you release the hands to the mat and just watch that through with chaturanga, high to low. Inhale, upward. Exhale, downward facing dog. Keep exhaling. Use core power. You're going to step the left foot, place it up there. The back heel spins. Root to rise. Same thing on this side, guys. Relax it for a moment. Shake the arms out. Let that feel good. Roll the shoulders a little. Bend and straighten that left leg. And continue to kind of check in. How's the body showing up this morning? And here now, press down into the mat. Think about drawing energy up from the legs. Hug the low belly up and in, float the arms. Eyes go up. Take one more big inhale, reach up, stretch tall. And then hands come back to your mat and just flow here. Watch it through, chaturanga, high to low. Inhale upward. And exhale back, downward facing dog. 5 breaths here. Two more breaths. Take one more now, big inhale. Empty out all that air. Come up on your toes, look up top, step, walk, or hop this time to the top. Inhale now, create flat back. Exhale, forward fold, release it. Feet together, thighs together, find a chair. Sit low, it's just one breath this time. Nice, and then exhale, let it go, forward fold. Inhale, flat back, we lengthen. And now hands to the mat, flow here, high to low. Inhale, upward facing, should feel good. Exhale, downward facing dog. Keep exhaling, picking up the pace here, right foot steps. Take one breath with me, big inhale, warrior one. And then exhale, hands to the mat, high to low. Inhale, upward. Exhale, downward facing dog. Keep exhaling, left foot's gonna step. Place it up there. As soon as it hits, inhale, rise, warrior. And then exhale, hands to the mat and flow here, high to low. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, back, downward facing dog. Ha. Take one breath here, just one big inhale. Empty out all that air. Come up on your toes, look up top. Step or hop to the top. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, drop the head, forward fold. Feet together, eyes together, now chair. Let's sit low and play with a little chair challenge here. Press into the left foot, float the right foot off an inch or two. Nice, straighten the left leg. We'll move into an airplane pose. Press that right leg long behind you now. Chest kind of comes closer towards the floor. Reach the arms long back behind you. Keep pressing strong through that right leg. Keep the core engaged. And then begin to float the right foot back down. Sit low, so it's chair pose. And let's go on the other side. Float the left foot. Press into the right. And then straighten the right leg. Airplane. One more breath. And bring the left foot back down, sit low, chair pose. And then exhale, release it, forward fold. Ha. Inhale, flat back. And let's go hands to the mat and flow here. High to low plank. Inhale, upward. Exhale, downward facing dog. Keep exhaling. Right foot steps. It's a big inhale, you rise. With the exhale, come to a warrior two. With the inhale, peaceful warrior. Keep the bend in the right knee. Reach your right hand high. Side body stretch, and then cartwheel hands back to earth. And you're going high to low. Inhale, upward. Exhale, downward facing dog. Left foot steps. Inhale, rise. Open to two. Take a pass through a peaceful. It's gonna feel nice. And then cartwheel hands back to earth. And we go high to low. Inhale, upward. Exhale back, downward facing dog. Ha. Keep exhaling, step your right foot up. We'll go again on the right side. Inhale, rise. Open to two. Inhale through peaceful. And cartwheel your hands down, high to low. Again, just moving breath to movement here. Same as those cat-cows. It's an inhale upward. It's an exhale, downward facing dog. Keep exhaling, left foot steps. Inhale, rise. Open to two. Peaceful warrior with an inhale. And then cartwheel the hands to the mat. Flow here, high to low. Inhale, upward. Draw your shoulders back. Exhale, downward facing dog. Ha. Bring the feet together now at the back of the mat. Float your right leg up and back. And let's get into the core. A little bit of work here. Roll forward, knee to nose, hug belly button, spine. Press it back. We'll go right knee to right elbow. Right wrist. Right elbow. Left wrist. Left elbow. Back to the right elbow. Press it long. And now roll forward, knee to nose. Hug belly button, spine. Press it long. Let's do that again. Right knee, right elbow. And now tick-tock. To the left. To the right. Once more. Left. Right. And press it back. Three-legged dog. And now roll forward, knee to nose. We'll step it all the way through. So it's a long, low lunge you come into. Fingertips tented with the inhale. Sweep the arms up. Hands will come to prayer. We're going to take a twist over to the right. Option to bring your back knee down onto the mat. Otherwise, keep it firmly squeezed, lifted as that left elbow hooks outside the right knee and you twist towards the right side of your space. 2 more breaths. Take 1 more now, big inhale. We stay for an exhale. It's the inhale that brings us back to center. Press into that front foot. Float the arms. Come into a warrior 2. Take a pass to a peaceful. Bend in that front knee. And then side angle pose on the right side. So bend the right knee. We'll stack the knee above the ankle. If you got a block, place the block maybe inside that right foot, or maybe you're flexible enough that right hand comes down all the way to the floor, or modify with that elbow, forearm on the thigh. A lot of options for you there. And then start to rotate from the hips, from the chest to the left side of your room. Left hand reaches high. You can play with that left hand, move it around. Take 2 more breaths with me. 1 more big inhale. Staying for our exhale. And then float your eyes to the mat. Left hand is going to move down to the mat. Swing your right leg back. Side plank on the left side. Press into the left hand. Squeeze the left oblique. Top hand's lifted. Maybe top leg is lifted. 1 more breath. And then bring the right hand back to earth. Hold a high plank with me for a moment. And then come to a forearm plank. And then back to a high plank. And then a forearm plank. And then a high plank. And then take a right side plank. So move on to that right hand. Squeeze that right oblique. Lift it up. Maybe top leg floats. And then left hand back down. This time we wash it through chaturanga. Go high to low. Inhale upward. Let it feel good. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take the knees out wide for a moment and press back. Knees out wide onto the mat. Forehead comes down. Press back, child's pose. Reach your arms long. Drop the head. Low check in. Kind of wake the body up with some movement and then check in with it. Take 1 more breath with me here. With the next inhale, start to bring it back up through tabletop. Without hesitation, find that down dog. And then bring the feet together at the back of the mat. Float the left leg up and back. Press to the left heel. And let's work into the core a bit here. Roll forward, knee to nose. Belly button to spine. Press it back long. And now left knee to left elbow, left wrist, left elbow, right wrist, right elbow, left elbow, press it long, 3-legged dog. And now roll forward, knee to nose, hug belly button to spine, press it back. And let's go once more, left knee to left elbow, to the right, tick tock, to the left, to the right, back to the left, press it long, 3-legged dog. And then use that core power, roll forward, step the left foot through. You're in a long, low lunge. Left foot forward, and with the inhale, rise. Sweep the arms up. Hands to prayer. Take your twist to the left. Nice. Check back in with the breath if you lost it. It's a lot of activity we just went through. Oftentimes the breath will get stuck. Two more breaths. Take 1 more big inhale. Reach the spine long. Exhale, twist, twist, twist. Come back to center slowly with control. Open to 2. Inhale through a peaceful. Gonna feel nice. And then side angle on the left side. Left hand down, reach the right hand high, open through that left hip. You're kind of like wrapping that left butt cheek underneath you a bit. Reach the right hand high, You can move it around if that feels good. Again, keep cueing that mantra, find what feels good. Don't just get here and suffer through this challenging practice, but find what feels good in your body. One more big inhale. Stay for an exhale. And then inhale, your eyes to the mat. Right hand comes down. Swing the left leg back. So we got another side plank on the right side. Press into that right hand. Smoke the core from every angle. One more breath. And then left hand down. High plank to forearm plank. To high plank. To forearm plank. Back to high plank. And then roll into a left side plank. So press into that left hand. Squeeze the hips up. Reach the right hand high. And then right hand back to earth. And we go high to low, chaturanga. Inhale upward. Shoulders draw back. Exhale, downward facing dog. Ha. Take one breath. It's a big inhale. Let all that air go. Come up on your toes. You'll look to the top. Step, walk, or hop to the top. With an inhale, find a flat back and lots of length. Exhale, drop into a forward fold. Feet together, thighs together, chair pose. Everybody's favorite pose. Option to squeeze the block if you got one. For stability, hands in prayer. We're twisting to the right. Left elbow comes outside. That right knee. Breathe here. Two more breaths. One more big inhale. Just stay for an exhale. Twist, twist, twist. Start to bring it back to center. Find your chair. And then go hands to prayer and go to your left this time. We got 5 breaths on the left side. Opportunity to build some resilience in this challenging chair pose. Just push back against the story of wanting to come out with this next breath. Two more breaths. One more big inhale. With the exhale, twist, twist, twist. Start to bring it back to chair center. Find your chair, hit it, and then exhale, release it. Forward fold, ha, 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 that's over. Nice work, guys. Grab the peace sign fingers and wrap them around the big toes. Feet will be about hips width apart here. So wide enough stance, and then drop the head, shake it out. Start to pull yourself closer. Pull your chest closer to your thighs. Fight for a little flexibility in the hammies. And connect back to the breath. One more big inhale. Empty all that air out. And then release that bind. But this time take gorilla pose, so the whole palm slides under your foot. Stand on your hands. Stand on the hands. Take the tips of your toes all the way to the wrist crease. Practice taking a little weight out of your heels and really playing with that balance, that center line. Drop the head. It's a bit of a weird one. Just come back into the breath. Our whole idea of weird kind of just exists in our head. If we get in front of that story, just feel the feels in this one. One more breath. Exhale out all that air. Begin to step off your hands. This time plant the hands down onto the mat. We can play with a little crow pose practice where the hands place out just in front of us, shoulder width apart. We'll stack the shoulders kind of above the wrist. Bring the knees high up on the triceps and play with taking maybe one foot off and then the other foot. flying into crow. Just a little arm balance kind of opportunity. Eventually, we find Malasana squat. That's feet out wide. Try to bring the heels down, sink the hips low. It's a big hip opener. You can take the hands in prayer or one hand over the other, over the heart. Little check in. One more breath. Exhale out all that air. And then press into the feet, rise up to stand. Bring the feet together, walk up to the front of your mat. We hit the standing series. We made it to the standing series. Come into standing leg raise. So float the right leg up. Grab probably the right knee, maybe the right big toe. Float your left hand high, open it out. And left arm's gonna reach out to the left. And now gaze over that left hand. And then start to bring it all back to center. So gaze comes back to the middle, knee comes back, reach your hands high, kick the foot out. Karate kick it, let me see the sole. And then glide into airplane pose. Right leg comes back towards the back of your mat. Chest starts to fall closer to the floor. You can bind the hands behind the low back for a little shoulder rinse, or just keep reaching them long. You want that like shoulders away from your ears feeling, stretching the neck long. And then we'll slowly move it into a half moon pose where we rotate the right hip on top of the left. Press long and strong through that right heel. Left hand comes down towards a block or the floor or just midair, and reach the right hand high. Start to take your gaze up towards that top hand. Most importantly, press through that right leg. See if you can put it on the wall behind you. Straighten it. One more breath, guys, wherever you are. And gently release, release, release. Drop your head. Ha, ha, ha. Toe heel your feet together to touch. Big inhale, we rise, reach up, extend it, mountain, get tall. And then standing leg raise on the left side. Reach long through the right side waist. Grab the left knee, open it. Right arm reaching right now, gaze right. Set a new drishti over there to the right. And then slowly start to bring it all back to center. Reach your hands high, kick the foot out, karate kick it. Engage the core, lift it up an inch. Nice, and then come into airplane pose. Really press through that left heel, nice, Greg. Shoulder blades will draw together on the back here, palms are down. Almost that like wings action of like little wind under the wings, a little wind under the chest. Take the eyes out, maybe a few feet in front of the mat, kind of cue that up dog in the chest. And then start to open it. So you open to the left side of your space. Press strong through that left heel. Reach the left hand high. Keep reaching every direction. Spread out north, south, east, west. One more breath. And you can begin to let it go. Release it, forward fold, drop the head, that's over. Ha. Toe heel the feet together to touch. Big inhale, rise up. Reach up, keep reaching long through the left arm. Drop the right one down. We're gonna take dancer pose. So you're gonna kind of open the wrist or the thumb towards the back of your space. Kick the foot up, grab that inner arch. And then you kick into that right hand while the left hand reaches to the top corner of your room. Kick and reach. Kick and reach. Kick and reach. Nice, Greggy. One more breath. And release, release, release. Ha. Shake it out. You got any tension in your shoulders. Ha, ha. Go on the other side. Right hand reaches high, kick the left foot up. Start with the knees kind of close together, and then kick and reach. One more breath, wherever you are. And gently begin to release left foot down, shake it out. Ha, ha, ha. Nice work, guys. We'll float the left foot up, right foot up for tree pose. So place the right foot inside the left thigh, above or below that knee. Left thigh presses back in. Hands begin at prayer and then float them up high. Breathe here. One more big inhale. With the exhale, hands come back towards prayer. Float the right foot back down, straight away on the other side. Left leg floats. Press into the right thigh, sole of the foot. And then right thigh is going to press back. So you'll feel a little center line, then zip it all up through the low belly, hands at prayer. Float them up, big heart open pose. Big winning pose. Cold, dreary day in January, getting on the mat, getting the work in. That's a win if you make it to this point in the practice. One more big inhale. Let the exhale bring the hands back to prayer. Float the left foot back down. Another little shake out if that feels good. Ha. Stepping up to the front of your mat with a big inhale, sweep the arms up, press into the feet, get tall. With an exhale, you'll drop into a forward fold, release it. Inhale now, flat back, that's a lengthen. And then hands come down, flow high to low. Inhale to your upward facing, let it feel good. Exhale back, downward facing dog. Keep exhaling now, right foot's gonna step, warrior one. You've been here, your body knows it. Inhale, rise. Exhale to warrior two. And now straighten your front leg. We're taking triangle pose. So we got the heels kind of aligned. The left toes are facing the left side of your mat now. Right toes facing forward. We'll surf the upper body long so you really stretch through those right ribs. Can't go any further. Bring the right hand down towards your shin, your ankle, your right ankle, maybe a block. If your block, probably have the block on a tall height, just outside of that right calf. And now left hand reaches high. There's that same rotating action from the hips from the chest to the left side of your space. One more big inhale. We'll stay for an exhale. With the inhale, take your eyes to the mat and inhale up to stand. Use core power. Come up to stand, turn the 10 toes left. Big wide straddle here. Press into the outer edge of the feet. Draw the shoulder blades together on the back. You can interlace the fingers or just bring the hands to the hips, your choice. And with the inhale, take the eyes up. And with the exhale, we fold forward over that straddle. Drop the head. Breathe here. Take 2 more breaths with me. It's 1 more now, big inhale. Exhaling out that air, let the hands come down towards the mat. And we're going to take a couple, just kind of bend into the left knee, right toes come up, kind of lunging back and forth. I don't even know what you call these primal type movements. I always think of Conor McGregor entering the octagon. Just kind of move freely here, tap into a little bit of that
a wild man or wild woman inside, and then crawl the fingertips around to the front right foot. So you'll meet me in a long, low lunge. So right foot's forward, place the left hand by the right foot and twist. Right hand high, big, long, low lunge, twist. And then right hand's coming back to earth. Toe heel the right foot, wide right. We'll hop the back foot up. Wide left, so it's a wide leg forward fold, drop the head. And with it, inhale, slowly rise up to stand. Shake out any tension in the shoulders. And now step into the left foot, wide left. We'll move into a warrior one from here. So right foot drops back. Warrior one. Inhale the hands up. Open it to a warrior two. Straighten your front leg. You'll move into a triangle pose on this left side. Surf the upper body long, long, long. And then left hand comes down. We want lots of space in that left rib cage. It's kind of a tendency sometimes to crunch the left ribs. Keep kind of breathing into the, you'll kind of automatically have space on the right side, but we want to keep that space on the left side. And so we're reaching the crown to the front of our mat and keeping that length in the spine. Two more breaths. One more now, big inhale. Stay with me for an exhale. And then listen, just inhale the right hand to your right hip, eyes to the mat, towards that left foot, bend into the left knee. So it's a long, low lunge I'm moving you into. Take a long, low lunge, left foot forward, and then place the right hand by the left foot and take a twist. Twist the left hand high, let it feel good. And then left hand back to earth. Slowly start to hop the right foot up, wide right. Wide leg forward, fold, drop the head. And then drop into a Malasana squat, hips low. And eventually, we're gonna move it all the way down. Drop onto your butt. Come into boat pose. Hold that boat. Quick camera adjustments. Boat pose. Float the arms, float the legs. Don't wait for me. Come to a low boat. Last little core smoker, and then high boat. Come to low boat. Let's draw the knees in, stack them above the hips here. Take the hands behind the ears and go opposite elbow, bicycles. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's go for 50. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 40. 10 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 50. Hug in, and then let the legs go long. Take Supta Baddha Konasana, soles of the feet together. Right hand to your belly, left hand to your heart, check in. Ha. Two more breaths here. Let the next inhale float the legs up for happy baby. Reach up, gently grab the feet, start to pull down, drawing the knees closer to the mat, trying to bring the spine back to the mat so there's length in the spine. And you can rock a little in this one if it feels good. That low back, kind of rock out the QL muscles. Or just find a little stillness, connect to the breath. It's kind of always that encouragement of like, find the pose and then give yourself what you kind of need within it. Have some freedom.
We could explore in it, inside of it. Take one more breath with me. With the exhale, release that, grab behind the thighs. Just take some rocks and rolls on the low back, on the back of it here. So just rocking back and forth. Let it feel good. Eventually rock up and around. Yogi's choice on how to get there. We're moving into half pigeon pose on the right side. Right foot comes forward. Trying to get that shin parallel. Big hip opener. And settle into this one now. Use the breath here. Just kind of noticing any place you're still holding on. See if you can use the breath to encourage a little softening. Most of the hard work of this practice is behind us. We just want to kind of really settle in and sink into this one. Stay with me for 5 more rounds of breath. After your 5th round of breath, you can gently begin to press up out of it on that side. If there's any tension you want to release, move through a little down dog, pedal out the feet. And then find it on the left side. So bring the left leg forward, shin will be parallel to the mat. Settle into the deep hip opener on the left side. If it's super tight and you have a block, you can put a block just kind of under that left butt a little bit and take some of the support and settle in here. We'll stay for 5 more rounds of breath on this side. After your 5th round of breath, start to press up out. If you can roll on to the left butt cheek, swing the right leg around. Find a seated forward fold. Lengthen the legs long, toes come back to the face, reach up tall. Drop the head. Let the inhale bring you back up. Take a little counter pose here, a reverse tabletop or reverse plank. Draw the shoulders onto your back and press the hips up. Drop the head. Big inhale. Lion's breath out. Start to bring it back to earth. Find an inversion. Hips on the block. Something nice and restorative. Just get the hips above the heart. Stay with me for 3 more rounds of breath here. After your 3rd round of breath, remove any props out from underneath you. Start to bring your spine back to earth. We can let the legs go long. And take one final supine twist here by hugging the right knee into the belly. Twist it out over to the left. And then start to bring the right leg back to center. Right leg's going to go long. We'll go the other way. Left leg in, twist it out over to the right. And then we'll begin to bring it all back to center. Hug the left knee in, hug the right one in, quick squeeze. See if you can give and receive. Feel into a real hug from yourself for showing up for yourself, doing the challenging thing, pushing through the resistance. We do, and we're done now. Legs will go long, head will rest down. Just allow yourself a moment to be held by the mat. Do nothing, and just try and receive.